ever felt came in. It's probably 20 degrees according to my temperature gauge. The wind is still maybe 40 somewhere around there. I can't tell. I guess you're lucky. Where you're at. Morning, everybody. We're at day 30, morning of, and if you can't tell, we are at next level cold. First day in the Smokies, and it just bet you a freaking punch in the face. It was pretty nice. I mean, most of the day yesterday, but then it rained last night, and you know, it's just frozen mess. About 5 o'clock in the morning was the coldest it was. It was low 20s at least. I mean, I had my temperature gauge on the inside, it was like 23 degrees. And then the wind chill. Oh my God. I've never had to deal with stuff like that. I mean, usually, I've been in cold weather like this where you just go inside, or you get in the car, put on a heavier coat. I don't know if you guys can even hear me with the wind, but man, it's pretty, but you're paying for it. Look at that tree, isn't that pretty? Look at a little pine tree there. It's a gorgeous morning, man. I came outside, start making my coffee on the outside area. You don't want to do stuff on the inside of the shelter. By the time my coffee was warm, the water bag with the water in it was freezing. I put the lid down for my little Jetboil. When I came back to do the next coffee, it was frozen to the table. It is so cold. So cold. I am wearing every stitch of clothing that I have, and it's just not enough. The sun keeps trying to poke through. Man, I am waiting for that to happen. Whew. Last night wasn't too bad as far as cold. You're in the shelter, you know, about a dozen people, and yeah, so it wasn't too bad, but it didn't start getting cold till like 4:30, 5 o'clock. Something hit. It was nasty, but I mean, I'm still going. Still having a pretty good time. I mean, if you take the cold out of it, you get to moving fast. It's actually very beautiful. I'll take a few more pictures of it. But I had to put my sticks down, just holding my trekking poles because my hands get too cold. So it's not too rough up and down. So I'm happy to just carry them, keep my hands in my pocket. And yeah, I got hand warmers in my. Open up a pouch of hand warmers and put those in there. It's still not enough. Using the trekking poles, my fingers are getting way too cold. But I think it's gonna be another cold night tonight, and then it'll start getting better. But at least the rain's over for a few days. Okay, that's pretty much it. I took a little video this morning at the shelter, but I just couldn't do it very long. I mean, with the fog going through, it was so dark even after the sun came up. I shouldn't say the fog, it's not fog, it's the clouds. We're like 5,000 feet up. And I just couldn't stay out there very long. And you talk about having to get up in the middle of the night and go to the bathroom. Whew. You go pretty quick. But I mean, if the wind would die down, it would be a gorgeous morning. But right now, I think temperature gauge says, what is this, 20, 22? Without the wind. So we're down in the single digits with the wind chill. But as long as it's not too hard up and down, keep my hands in my pocket, I'm good. All right. just gotta keep going. But so last night, like I said, stayed in the shelter with about a dozen other people. I don't like staying in the shelter. I just like to spread out and have my tent, but here, side by side with people. And I was side by side. I was on the end, but I was right next to a guy. The only guy I heard snoring in the whole shelter. But he wasn't, oh man, he probably can't hear me well. Alright, I'm gonna turn it off and I'll chat at you guys later. My hand's getting cold. Later. It's a little windy today. Oh man. This is a pretty cool tree. Look at that. Big one. Growing right out of the rock. How cool is that? Little critters up in there too. That's a cool tree. Hey everybody, so it's still day 30. I'm over halfway where I need to go, just finished lunch. Stopped off in one of the shelters and told myself I'd start taking longer lunches. Usually I just stop 15 minutes, eat and go. But I told myself I'd start taking a little bit longer, give my body a little bit of chance to rest. So I stopped at the shelter. There was an old guy there, and apparently he's hiked the Great Smoky Mountains countless times. So he was telling me about my day I got ahead of me. He said it's probably the hardest day you got in the 7 days you're going to spend out here. But up till now, it's been great. Not too many ups and downs. I mean, this one wasn't too good, but he says I got another one coming up, Rocky Top. Right, another Rocky Mountain. And by the way it looks on the map, I think that's it. But he said you should get a pretty good view up there. So it kind of makes it worth it. I'm hoping this is coming across on the camera. It's pretty windy still. But all right, if we get a good view up there, I'll bring you in and you can see it with me. There's the damn way over there. Oh man. I'm gonna climb it, still not. I got a ways to get to this top. I just wasn't sure. Looks like it might be trees and might not get a view. So I'll give you what I got there. Okay. I need my other trekking pole. I made it to the top. So the old guy I talked to, he wasn't wrong. That wasn't easy by any means, but that wasn't by any means the hardest I've done. But he said this should be the hardest day that you have in the Smoky Mountains. So I'm feeling pretty good now. I got a pretty steep decline for a while, but that up was certainly doable, easy enough. Maybe I'm just getting a little stronger, I don't know. But it was just such a good view up here. I got like 5 miles to the shelter. 4.5. I just thought I'd sit up here and enjoy it a little bit. Okay, so camera's level, camera's level right there. Just came up that. Now, I got a mountain climb like a billy goat up here. Okay, I think this is what the old guy meant when he said, this will be the hardest day. I thought he meant going up those 2 mountains. No, this is what he meant. I still got 3 miles to the shelter. I was sure I was at least a mile and a half closer. This was a good day. At least it's warming up. I think my temperature gauge said 44. At least it's warming up. That wind died down, so it's getting to be a better day. Okay, let me put this phone away and I'll climb up here later.